everybody. Welcome back to another episode of God Built This Podcast. I'm your host, Maxine, and we're on episode 22. Let's go. 22, 22, 22. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? Let's just talk about anxiety, about money. I know I definitely touched on this topic on previous episodes, and I realized that this is something that I need to really grapple over and really take seriously and not look at it as like a one-time fix. When I recorded my previous episodes of just like feeling really discouraged and down and out because at that time I couldn't find a good job or a job period during the summer, and my checks were running low and I was just feeling so discouraged, like, okay, how did I get this far in my career to be where I'm at according to my overdraft account? Like, what's going on? So that's what I was feeling at that time. And I thought, okay, the only way for this feeling to be fixed is by just getting a job that pays well, and then I'll be fine. There's no more anxiety about money, and then I'm good. But I've come to realize that this is a consistent pattern in my inner being. I struggle with my anxiety, and what gives me most anxiety is about money. Talking about money, checking my account is anxiety filled already. Like, just the thought of checking my account, I would like create these crazy just like moments in my mind thinking, okay, if I check my account, I'm just gonna be so below what I thought I am, and um feeling about my, like, I don't understand. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just feel like I'm always worried about money. I'm always stressed about, okay, if I purchase this item and pay this bill, then I'm gonna have this amount left over in my account. How am I going to also get groceries, get any miscellaneous items, and have that stretch until my next paycheck? I feel like I have always had a paycheck to paycheck mentality, and I know that's not healthy, and I know I'm not a little kid anymore, so it's like, why am I feeling this way still at the age that I am? And it's because of just my mindset and my perspective on money. I remember growing up, I would frequently hear my parents say things like, I'm broke, don't ask me for anything. I'm broke, don't ask me for anything. I don't have enough money, don't ask, like, always speaking about money in a negative manner. And there's obviously no shot to my parents. They did the best they could. But when you get older, you know how you realize when you get older, like, oh, this should have been handled differently, or this should have been talked about in a different manner. And it made me have, it's as if I've adopted their mentality about money and their anxiety about money. And so because of that, I now am battling with it now. And I recognize that. And I'm so grateful that I'm aware, and that, God is truly just kind of revealing myself to me. Or me to myself, right? um, there was a previous sermon that my pastor, Pastor Henderson, said last service that, have God reveal you to you. Sometimes we ask God to show us about someone else, like, God, tell me if this person's the right person for me, or tell me if, am I doing the right Sometimes we need God to tell us about ourselves. How are we getting in our own way? How are we our own enemy? And many of the times in our life, when we are struggling with whatever it is, it's usually because of us. Something in our mind is preventing us from going the extra mile, and it's tarnishing us from truly walking in the peace and in the freedom that God has given us. I have to constantly remind myself, okay, God has given me the spirit of peace. This is God. This is ordained by God for me to have a peaceful life, a peaceful mind, a peaceful way of being. But yet I allow my anxiety about my finances to take away that peace. And I know that's nothing but the enemy. I know that's nothing but the devil. And so to combat that, I've been honest with myself about it, and I've been trying to just kind of recognize like where I'm falling short and how it's really because of my mindset about money. And I started this Bible plan on the Bible app of just about anxiety about money, because I know this is a common thing for people. I know some people don't really say anxiety or kind of go in depth about it the way I do, especially in my head. So I don't know how other people handle it. I For me, it's uncomfortable to even talk about it out loud. And obviously, I'm talking about the podcast. I feel like when I share things on here, it's like, oh yeah, other people are listening. let me kind of, I don't know. I don't want to filter myself or be any different. I am who I am. Come see me if you have a conversation. What's up? What's good? No. But my point is, sometimes it's difficult for me to have these vulnerable conversations with people in my real life, in comparison to me having it to the computer while you guys are watching it or listening to it on your own time. It's just like this weird thing in my head. But I mean, I am open to have conversations like that. It's just, I feel like with money, I feel like there's a lot of shame connected to it. If you don't make a certain amount, or if you don't make the amount that others perceive for you to make, then I feel like I am falling short. And I just hate when people try to count my money or count anyone's money. Like, first of all, what's tacky for me is when people ask me, I mean, I don't get it frequently, but I used to get when I was younger. And I think it was just because like it was like a young thing. Like, oh, people who were young, like people like in their like teenage years would ask kind of careless questions. But now as an adult, even then I felt uncomfortable about it. But now as an adult, I really recognize that it's rude to ask someone how much money you make or how much you get paid or, how much they pay you. It's like, first of all, huh? Huh? That's numero uno. Okay? Don't ask me how much I'm getting paid. Don't even ask me how much is rent. Like, are you paying? Are you gonna pay it? Can I just send the bill your way? Because why is that any of your concern? Or like how much you pay for your, like, don't ask me anything about money, as far as me paying for whatever bill it is. Like, don't ask me. It's one thing to ask. I don't know. Don't ask me about how much I'm paying for whatever it is. It's like, if I offer that information, then I offer it. But don't ask me how much is my car note. Don't ask me how much was this car. Don't ask me how much is rent. How much you got paid. Oh, how much is your check this week? Because it look a lot. Like, don't ask me that. Like, oh, because one, it's none of your business, and two, it's none of your business, and three is like, if you're asking me about an item that I currently have and I'm paying money on it, you have to be asking me because you are planning to pay that. Like, that is the only time I am accepting that question and giving you an answer. And I think sometimes with family, sometimes people in family get too comfortable and they think that they could ask you certain questions, and it may not be like obviously like a malintent behind it, but it's just kind of like, are you gonna pay this bill though? Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, don't ask me. But yeah, I feel a lot of anxiety about money, and I know it definitely, like, God has revealed to me that it comes from just the way I've been just the way I've been raised about money. I remember being younger and not working because, like, I was a kid. Why would I be working? no, no, but like being younger, I didn't have a job. I was still in high school or like in undergrad, and I would have like stipend money, but not nobody's salary. Like, no. And I would ask my parents for money, and I will always get a response like a dreadful response, like, oh, you really need money, or I don't have it, I'm broke, or oh, how much you want? All right, this is my last dollar, this is my last 20, this is my last whatever it is. It has always made me feel uncomfortable. It always made me feel ashamed to ask for money. And it's like, it's one thing to ask a perfect stranger for money, like, huh, who are you? But it's another thing when you have a family member and they're making you feel shameful for asking them for money, especially when they're your caretaker, you know? So I just, I was raised to feel uncomfortable about money. And I don't like that. Like, I really don't. I think that's messed up. I really think that's messed up. And I just remember I remember, yeah, when I was unemployed this past summer, and I asked my parent for money, and it wasn't even that much. It was just like, I think 200 or something. But I was asking for money, and the instant response I received was, "Are you kidding me? LOL." And I'm just like, huh? What? First of all, it already took me a lot to come to grips to even ask for money, but the fact that your instant response was that, and I'm having to kind of save my face, so instantly my response is, "Oh, okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. You know, just never happened. Whatever." Um, it's just funny to me, but immediately I was given money, which is I'm grateful for, but it was just like, why does it have to be all of that? You know, I feel like I wish I was raised in an environment where money wasn't a stress factor. Money wasn't a worry point at all. And I maybe that's just the reality of life. Maybe this is common for everybody. I don't know. I just don't like that. Like, I don't ever want someone to ask me, someone who I'm close with. Let me just make that clear. Because I know you're probably thinking, what, the last episode, you talked about this dude who asked you for money and you just blocked him and just didn't respond. That's totally different. No, for real, that's totally different because we've known each other for 4 days, okay? In comparison to my family who's known me all my life. So that's a little different, okay? So don't even try it, okay? But my point is, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I have a giving spirit. Whatever I can give, I give. And to know that when I would ask in the past, like I don't even ask anymore, knowing that when I've asked, it's been like a dreadful moment. It just makes me sad. It just makes me sad to think that, damn, who can I turn to if I was really, really down and out, you know? And I think about that moment because, granted, I was living at home. I didn't have my own place, so I didn't have rent. You know, I didn't have my new car, so I didn't have my car payments. I was pretty good in retrospect. Even then, I realized I was good, but I was still stressed about my finances because there were some bills I had monthly that were accruing, and my account was eventually getting overdraft. Like, yo, call me Maxine Overdraft. Like, I don't want to speak that over me, but I am tired of getting overdraft fees. Like, can we just pause right now for the amount of overdraft I've have experienced throughout my, I'm so sick and tired of, oh, and you know what's annoying about fee, right? It could be like $1 over, $10 over what you currently have in your account. They immediately bill you 35. Well, I'm with Citizens right now, so I don't know if it's different for anyone else, but they bill you 35 for every overdraft fee I'm getting. So if I make a purchase or automatic payment is taken from my account, and if I'm just like $10 short or 20 or whatever, how much short, I'm immediately billed a $35 overdraft fee every time it happens. So think about that. That's $70 already if it happened twice, and that keeps on going until I get money to pay off that overdraft bill. And you know what's annoying? I hate when I get paid and I'm like, oh, well, I got to pay off the bill that's currently in my account, and my bill is going to like my check is going to pay off the bill that's sitting for me in my account. Like, huh? I didn't get paid to automatically get billed in the account that I'm getting the money submitted it. Like, do y'all think I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. It's overdraft fee, and I'm frustrated right now. And I'm just kind of recording off of a whim because I just need to let it out. But I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated because I have been stretching however much I had these past 3 weeks, starting the new job that I love and being just present with my students, working, teaching, being amongst my coworkers, being there, having a good attitude, knowing damn well my account is on E. Like, and I'm trying to just stretch however much I can, and I'm very good when it comes to, like, I don't eat out. I really don't eat out often. I really don't eat out much, honestly. If I'm eating out, then that's like once every 2 weeks, or it's covered by someone who's taking me out. But it's never on I'm just gonna go out again. Nope. I buy groceries every week. I make it last for the amount of days I need to make it last for, and I'm good. I'm good on the food front. I don't go shopping. I have so little, like, I don't have much to wear. I feel like I'm recycling my clothes. I'm making new outfits with a previous shirt I wore 2 days ago, with a new skirt that I didn't wear the past 2 weeks, and I'm trying to put, like, I am trying to make it work, and it's working, but it's like, why? Why is this happening? Why can't I just be good? Why can't I just come to a point where I don't have to think like this? I don't have to stretch my money long, But I had to the past 3 weeks. And even though I'm good on the food front, I'm good on, I have enough money for my gas, I'm good on my rent, everything that's needed, there's still minor bills that's accruing that will automatically come from my account. And now my account is dwindling, and I have another week left until I get paid. And it's just like, all of this is going through my mind as I'm walking into work, greeting the students, smiling to my coworkers, and I'm just thinking about my account like, damn, a bitch is really on E. Like, it's Woo! Anyways, I say all that to say I have anxiety about money. And it's I don't know. I really don't know what will fix it. And I know I don't know. I'm trying to be this I don't know. I try to be someone who could inspire and make y'all have an open and honest and close relationship with Jesus Christ. I'm trying to use this platform to reach out to anyone who, may want to learn more about God and just be honest about their journey in life. And sometimes I feel like, man, am I not too PC enough? Am I not too, because, like, I'm a real person. Like, I have desires, I have a flesh, I have anger, I have annoyance, I have laziness. Like, I have a lot of real things, real emotions that I feel. And I feel like sometimes when I think about this podcast, I'm like overwhelmed with, oh my gosh, what if someone's tuning in and they really need me to be that Sarah Jakes, Sarah Jakes Roberts, or that TD, and it's like, ooh, I'm just Maxine, I'm gonna give you a word how I can, but I'm gonna keep it real, and not instantly am I like convinced. Like, I read the Bible, I know what God's word says, but then I'm reminded of my account, sometimes. I'm reminded of just some stress factors that I deal with mentally. And then reading a verse that talks about, oh, well, if God takes care of the birds and the bees or whatever, he'll surely take care of you. And it's like, that sounds great. And that's true. I do believe that. But you know what is true right now? My money. Like, it's just a lot of things. And I'm good now. Like, it's just, I think that, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm always stressed about money. Like, when I was reading my Bible plan that I started today, because I'm like, okay, God, I'm in my head about this money thing and I'm very anxious about it. Let me see what I could take from this word. So I looked up a Bible plan about money on my Bible app, and I came across one that says literally anxiety about money. I'm like, okay, this is perfect for me. So I'm like, okay, let me start it. And it talks about truly taking time to have a moment of thanksgiving, a moment to pray to God and share your thankfulness about what God has already provided for you. And in doing so, you will be reminded of God's provisions and trust that He will continue to be the same. And that really had me thinking, like, okay, wow, that is powerful. So instead of thinking all the things that I need for the future or for right now, or things that I don't have in the moment, let me rejoice in what I do have. But let me talk about the things that I don't have that gives me anxiety. Okay, so what I don't have that gives me anxiety is, like, I want my apartment to look super homey, to feel super homey, and I'm not there yet. I have, like, I have my essentials. I have my couch. I have my TV. I have my bed. I have essentials. But there's like minor trinkets that I need. I want, more. I want a decor item. I want some like decorative pieces. I want to mount my TV. I want to get a single chair. Like, there's like little things that I want. And it's like, I will create a list of things that I still want for my apartment. And in doing so, that gives me anxiety. And I realized that when I was reading the Bible app, the devotion for today, and I was like, oh, it doesn't make anything better. Like, I probably need to stop that. But then again, it's just like, I don't know. It's not like, I'm not trying to say that these items give me peace, or they will fix the problem. It's just like, why can't I just have what I want when I want it? Why can't I just come to a point in my life where I want something and I don't have to wait until the next pay period to get it? I don't have to budget it out, That's just how I feel. But I don't know. Anyways, I say all that to say, I am thankful for what God has done for my life. And I remember, just a few months ago, I was really struggling financially. And, even at that time, though I wasn't living on my own yet, I was still just kind of battling with my emotions about my finances. And I'm grateful that I do have a job that I truly enjoy. I'm grateful that I'm around people who I like to be around. I'm grateful that I'm able to support myself as much as I can, and the minor things that I feel like I lack, I am still able to, keep my head afloat. And I'm grateful that I am getting paid more. I'm grateful that things are better. It's just, I think I'm the type of person, not I think, I know I'm the type of person that I feel like I'm never fully satisfied. There's always something that I feel like I'm missing, I'm wanting more of, I'm lacking this, I'm lacking that. Maybe Instagram's an issue because when I scroll through Instagram, I'm just like, oh, that couch is nice. Oh, I like the way she decorated her apartment. Oh, this and that. And it's like, no, let me stop and reflect and thank God for what I have. There's a lot of people who don't have what I have, and yet I'm complaining. So yeah, I need to ask for forgiveness because damn, that just hit me right now, actually. Yeah, okay. I need to be more thankful. Let me cut it out. Like, I know that, although I have anxiety about money, I have to be active in my thankfulness and truly just take a moment and be thankful, instead of allowing the anxiety to fester. Take a moment and be thankful. Okay. Okay, I think I just had a breakthrough. And look, I'm the type of person, I need to talk it out before I get breakthrough. Before I get a breakthrough, I need to talk it out. And I'm feeling good now, actually. I just needed to talk that out. Thank you for listening. Yeah, okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to challenge, and it shouldn't be a challenge, but realistically, it is a challenge for me. But I'm gonna take a moment to challenge myself. Let me start by, okay, the next 7 days, I'm going to just make a list of things that I'm thankful for and truly break it down. I'm thankful for life itself, one. I'm thankful for, I dreamed about and I prayed about moving here to Houston, and I'm here. Like, it really happened. It's really happening. I'm here. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that God provided a way out for me, especially from my previous job. I'm thankful for that. Like, there's a lot of things that I could just write down and just be reflective over instead of being upset over what I don't have or what I don't have yet. And yeah, I hope this was encouraging to anyone who may be going through the same thing. And I want to reach a point where I can freely talk about money. I mean, you know, my business is still my business and your business is still your business. So it's not like I'm going to start talking about how much exactly I get paid or whatever the case is. It's just I want to be able to freely say to someone else in real life, hey, I do feel a little uncomfortable talking about money. Like, I want to be able to say those words. And I haven't reached that point yet, but I'm definitely open to having more conversations about money to finally break that chain, because I really truly feel it's been a chain of bondage for me when it comes to finances and my feelings about it. And I know it's something that has been passed down to me. And now that I realize that, it's my responsibility to change that. It's my responsibility to break that chain, because I don't want people around me to be affected by my viewpoint of money. Or I don't want to continue living life just the way I think about money, If I choose to have kids or not, I don't want them to develop my mindset about money. I want money for them to come freely and easily for them, just as I want it for myself. But it comes to ourselves to get to that point mentally before it actually happens. Wow, I had a breakthrough, y'all. Praise the Lord, oh my soul. Okay. So I want to talk about something else. Let's talk about. Okay. Upon self-reflection and upon God revealing me to me, I realized that I am a surface ass person. Like, By surface, I mean, like, I could have deep conversations with people and we could connect. And I truly like connecting with people and like really talking about life and like past experiences, childhood, trauma, anything. I really like to get in there with people, but I don't take that past the moment. Sometimes I do, but I feel like I don't know how to explain it. Like, and I don't know if it's with my sign. I know as Christians we're not supposed to, what is it, like, believe in zodiac, horoscope. But what I do know from like, if you want to go by that though, I am an Aquarius, and so what they say about Aquarius is that we're kind of heartless, or let me be nice to me, but like detached from our feelings. So we're kind of detached from our feelings, or we kind of just we say what we say, and then there's no feeling attached to it. It's kind of like, okay, bye, have a good day, like, and that's true. No, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm very, it's hard for me to be super vulnerable with people. Like, I'm able to have a deep conversation, but for me to have a deep conversation about myself, that's hard for me. So like, I'm open for you to talk about you to me all you want, for you to talk about abuse, your relationships, trauma, whatever it is. You could talk about all that to me, and I'm a receiver. Like, I could receive that, right? But with me, I it's hard for me to give that. It's hard for me to reciprocate. And so because of that, I truly I don't know if I could be in a romantic relationship. Like, I don't know if I could be in a serious, committed relationship with someone. Because I feel like I I like to have a good time. I like to have fun, and um I don't know how to go deeper. I don't know how to go beyond that. And I feel like with me, I could ghost you and be fine. Like, my life goes on. It's as if I never knew you. And it's so easy for me to do that. And I wonder to myself, why? Like, why am I like this? Like, why can't I truly open my heart to someone? And I know we've all been hurt before. We've all experienced, and I've been hurt before, but it's like, I've been hurt so long ago. Why can't I finally come to a point with someone where I could truly open up and be me with, Then I start to think about, maybe it's not, maybe, I don't know, I don't want to say it, but I feel like maybe I'm not meant to be in a committed relationship. Like, maybe I am only destined to be in these seasonal relationships with people, and once the season is up, it was good knowing you. Thank you for your time. On to the next. Like, when I listen to that song by Ariana Grande, Thank You Next, I really feel like that's my life. Like, okay, thank you. Who's next? Thank you. Who's next? And with that too, there is a thrill of new relationships, new friendships, new people in my life, and getting to know someone, um just that fun, flirtatious beginning, that start with someone. It's like, ooh, this is fun. Ooh, we like holding hands. Ooh, and then, okay, when the 3 month mark hits, or even, y'all, 3 weeks, I'll be like, okay, I'm done. Like, I don't feel like talking anymore. I don't feel like texting you back good morning. I don't feel like checking in with you. I'm the type of person, I just wanna go with my own flow. Like, I don't wanna check in. I don't wanna let you know how I'm doing. I don't wanna, hey, did you eat today? Or, hey, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm gonna have I'm just gonna go to sleep. Like, I don't wanna have to do that. Like, if I fall asleep, I fall asleep. I don't wanna have to explain myself. And maybe that's something that I will grow out of. I don't know, but I've kind of always been that way. And I'm 27. So at what point in my life will that be a phase that I grow out of? I don't know. I really don't know. So, I just really was thinking to myself, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not, like, and then I think about marriage. Like, oof, that scares the crap out of me. How am I going to be married to someone and then not care to see them? Like, I'm going to be like, look, you got to sleep over here some nights and I'll sleep over here. We still committed. Or, I don't know. And even that, I don't think I'm a committed person. Yo, when I tell you God has been really revealing myself or me to myself, it's the truth. Like, I don't feel like I'm a committed person to, like, within relationships with people. Like, if, like, okay, I can meet you one day, right? And we're kicking in. It's cool. We're flirting. The vibe is right. We're texting a lot. We're calling each other. It's a good time, right? Then the energy kind of wavers. It dies down naturally. Then I'm faced with, okay, well, there was this other cutie that came across my way. I kind of want to see what he's about too. Like, I want to get a little taste of everyone. Like, I don't want to commit yet. Like, I don't know if I'll come to that point when I would, but I don't want to now. And then I think about, like, dang, why don't I want to? I have a friend in my life who's about to get married. She's just like a super monogamous person. And I'm like, I've never been that way. Am I wrong? Like, is something wrong with me? Like, how come I don't truly desire to be with one person at all times? I get annoyed. I just want to be by myself. Or I just want to, talk to someone new and then I'll get back to you if I want. That's truly how I feel. And I don't know. Is it a demon? What is it? Like, I don't know. And then I remember being younger, like, I felt like I was kind of forced to fall with the bandwagon of, oh, I can't wait till I get married. I can't wait to, he's my man, he's my husband, he's this and that. And it's like, I don't know, like, there'll be moments, like, just recently I said, oh, I think I met my husband. And when I say that, I'm truly playing around. Like, I don't even know you. There's this guy from my church here who is fine as all heck. Like, fun as it, okay? And I immediately said, oh, I think I just met my husband. And it's like, that's a joke. I'm joking. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know his last name. No, I do. I do know his last name because I saw it on Instagram. But my thing is, we haven't met formally. Like, we greeted each other during, like, in church how they say, high five the next two neighbors and say, God is always on time. That's what we did. But that's as far as our interaction has gone. Okay. So I don't know him. Like, I don't know what makes him tick. I don't know if he's super clingy. I don't know if, he's attentive. I don't know what type of person he is. So for me to immediately place the title of he's my husband is just, it's too much. It's extra. And it's clearly a joke. But it's like, why do, we as women sometimes do that? We immediately say, okay, he's my man. You can't talk to him. And it's like, girl, he doesn't even know you. And I kind of need to stop doing that because I really don't know him. And I may not truly like him. I may not even like him based off of, like, getting to know him, I just like how he looks, and I don't want to be with someone just because they're fine. Though that is a factor, it's not all that there is, But I don't know if I even truly want to be with someone. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, I feel like being in this new city, developing new friendships, meeting new people, I don't want to immediately lock down with someone. Like, I want to just be fleeting and careless. Well, not careless, but like, careful, but like, oh, okay, I'll see you when I see you type of thing. Like, I want no commitment. I don't want you trapping me down. None of that. Hello and goodbye. Thank you, next. That's truly how I feel. And so, I don't know, is that wrong? Like, does anyone else feel that way? What's up with me? Um, I don't know. I remember my ex, he was super clingy, super touchy feely. And I look back at it and I'm like, was I truly not in? And I really didn't like it. And I would kind of like demonstrate that, whether it's directly or indirectly. Like when he'll try to hold my hand, I'll hold it for like a minute and then I'll break free. But then he'll try to hold my hand again, and it's like, nigga, I just broke free from your hand. Get the picture. Or I'll be very direct and say it, but then he'll get butt hurt, and it's like, oh, now I gotta cater to your feelings, like all of these things that I'm saying right now, like that's messed up, right? Like I should care, I should want to hold your hand, shouldn't I? Like I don't want whoever I'm with to feel like, dang, she's really heartless. But sometimes I don't feel like touching you. Sometimes I don't feel like talking to you all the time. Like, let's just keep it light and go about our day. I don't know. And that's truly how I feel. But I remember saying that to him. Yeah, and he got all butt hurt. But then I look back at it now and I wonder, was I doing that because I truly was not into the whole clinginess? Or was I doing that because I wasn't physically attracted to him? And that, I mean, I know for sure I wasn't physically attracted to him. And I think it's both. It's me not physically being attracted to him and me not liking to be touched like too much. Like I don't even like to be cuddled too much. Like let's just keep it cute. Okay. Are you leaving or what? What are we doing? Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go. What's going on? And I'm just trying to figure out, why am I like this? And I really want to talk to someone to understand, why am I the way I am. And it's not like I want to seek out any like help. Like I'm not sick or anything like that. It's just like I wonder, like I'm at a point in my life where I want to understand my roots, my background, my upbringing, who in my family was like me years before. Where did this come from? Who in my ancestry was like that. Like I'm really fascinated about ancestors and my roots and Haiti and understanding life before, and I know it's horrible for me to say this, but like I have been curious about like what was life like before black people were converted into Christianity. Like what was life like? How did we behave? How did we act? What was it like? And I want to get in touch with that. I want to understand that more. And it's not to denounce my faith. It's not to make me it's not like I don't believe it. I do. I still believe in God. I know it feels weird to say this, but it's just like I do wonder, like, what I want to learn about my ancestors. I want to learn about different spiritual like images or people or things that I never really got to learn because I was forced and raised to believe what I believe now. And I think about Haiti and how when before we were captured and enslaved, we had our own beliefs. We had our own just we had our own just way of being and things. And it's like I wonder how my life would have been if it was still that. Girl, I'm kind of going through something. I don't know. But hey, I'm being honest. And I'm tired of being the only one honest. Like, don't tell me I don't think about that. And I feel like I want to talk to another person who calls himself a Christian like me. I do call myself a Christian. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. Doesn't mean I'm this type of person. It just means that I believe in Jesus Christ and I know I'm flawed and I seek him for peace and guidance in my life and all that. And I am curious about my roots. Like, I still wonder and I would like to learn or explore that curiosity and see what it was, like that's something I would love to converse about with someone like me. But I think oftentimes, I feel like I'm definitely going on a tangent. I hope y'all are following. But I think oftentimes with people of my faith, of Christianity, they shy away from conversations like that. They shy away about ancestry and, roots and all of that. So it's discouraging to talk about that. But I think it's just all ignorance. When I hear the word ignorance, it's kind of like a negative connotation, like, oh, you just ignorant. That's not what I mean, but it's simply the meaning of ignorance. To be ignorant, it just means to be unknowledgeable about a topic. And when people are not aware about something, they're ignorant. They don't know what it is. Instead, they put forth their notions and biases about that topic without truly learning about what the topic is, and that is ignorance. So I think oftentimes a lot of Christians are ignorant about ancestry and just learning about their roots, and that discourages us from really kind of just learning and being open to it. Y'all, it's a lot, and I know it's like, ooh, I got this podcast that says God built this, and it's like, I'm being honest. I still believe in the Lord. I still do, and I still am curious. Okay. Anyways, I say all that to say, I wonder why I am the way I am. I wonder, like, what goes of that? Like, why am I this way? Why am I someone who's non-committal? Why am I someone who shy away from commitment and, like to keep things surface, like I don't know, but I do wonder that. Anyways, I'm gonna cut it off right here. Tune in next week for part 2. God bless.